If you were Mike Trout, what would you do this offseason? Would you ask for a trade?
With the rumors of what Ohtani, because, it's almost payday for Ohtani.
It is payday. No. It is absolutely payday. Are they going to pay him?
So if you're talking about, like, the rumor is it's around $50 million a year.
Sounds about right these days.
So you think about it. As a pitcher, $25 a year, and as a bat, $25 million a year. That makes sense.
It does. And he's
as
excelling.
the Angels, you already got the bill for Mike Trout and the bill for Rendon.
Yep.
Can you afford $50 million a year and try to put a competitive team together?
If you want to keep Trout, you have to.
So if I'm Mike Trout, I literally want to go to the owner because he said, I'm still happy. This is where I want to be. I'm going to have a heartfelt, like, look, this team is not here yet. Like, it's unfortunate. You see the memes out there if you're in baseball group stuff. Like, you see Trout hitting like 2 home runs a night, Ohtani doing something that we've never seen him do, and they lose to the Tigers.
Right.
It's unfortunate. So you got to think about it. And Angels got to think about this too. Like, are we somehow going to fix this team quick?
They could, though. That's the issue.
Are we going to have to tear this bitch down and rebuild?
I'm going to tell you my thoughts. And I haven't dug that deep into the Angels, but from what I can tell, you guys could win your division if you get the right key players. You need a little bit more pitching, and you need to put it together. That's what you got to do. If I was them, I'm going to find a way to keep Ohtani and Trout. If I lose Ohtani, I need to get some really good players to replace him.
So he gets one more year left on the deal.
That's what I'm saying. You trade him now if you're going to get rid of him, or you lock him up.
So that's what everyone's wondering. Like, could they do it this year? I'm like, I don't think you trade Ohtani before the All-Star break. I think Ohtani is definitely during the offseason, get more prospects because you get a full year of Ohtani. But hell, you can get half a season plus a full year. You might get a couple good prospects if someone's willing to pay.
Right, but you don't want prospects. We want real players that can make a deep.
Yeah, you need
now
MLB ready.
We need you to trade with the Yankees or the Dodgers and get some of those all-stars on your team. You need two all-stars to replace Ohtani. From what I'm seeing right now, he made the all-star 2 years in a row as a two-way player, both positions. You got to lock him up. If he walks and you don't get somebody to replace him that's talkable, like if you don't get an Aaron Judge for him, Trout's got to go. Yeah, he can't stay there. Rendon is cool and all, but this is a big deal.
Yeah, because you think about it, you're going into year 11 for Trout after this season, if I remember correctly.
And we are sick of it as fans.
You're gonna miss the playoffs. The way they're going, it's unfortunate. Yet again, here we are. Midsummer, we're talking about probably we're not going to see Trout in October.
Right. So you got Rendon who's hurt again.
Yep.
You got a good all-star first baseman, in my opinion. And a couple of guys are really good there.
You have Ward. You have Jared Walsh.
Right. Those guys are good.
Some guys.
But why isn't it clicking? Rendon's hurt.
We said again, the pitching
didn't come back the way he thought he was.
Like he has, like he's like a fucking mountaintop. Like you peak and then he sucks.
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster. Like he's still trying to figure himself out. Like you don't have time
for that.
You don't have an ace. We all thought that you were gonna throw the money at Gausman. You missed and didn't get him. So you look at I don't know who's technically a free agent this offseason, like pitching wise, ace wise. Of course, if DeGrom opts out, that's going to be the big money get. Like, people are going to throw money at him if that's the case.
Okay. Scenario. I think they need 3 solid pitchers. But if you get a healthy DeGrom on the Angels and you lock up Ohtani, Trout has to stay.
Yeah. You got to literally see and hear the game plan if I'm Trout.
Yes.
Like, I'm going to the owner and first thing, well, think about it. I'm going to have a say in the next manager.
Absolutely.
Because you think about, like, look,
got to pull LeBron here.
Yeah, you got to, like, look, we got to figure this out. Like,
right.
Like, you thought Madden was the guy. You let him go. Like, look, guys, I'm 10. I don't have much more years of my prime.
That's what I'm saying.
We need to figure this out.
That's the guy, though, 9 times straight and as an all-star. That's the guy that I need to impress or keep on my team. You got to keep him happy. So he needs to have a say in everything.
Yeah. So this time, like, I'm going to the owner. We need to work this out. Like, I might take a week off, but other than that, I'm like, we're going to figure this out.
I'm just saying it's going to be huge if you lose Ohtani.
If you're like, I don't think we can keep him, and then you're hearing like stuff you don't like, I'm sorry. I'm going to be like, I'll be requesting a trade. Like,
right.
We'll work something out. We'll figure it out, but this ain't for me. Like, I don't know if you can do a buyout where you can just turn or like, look, we'll work. Like, God.
How sick would it be to have Trout in a Yankee uniform?
Ugh.
How sick would it be?
Like, I was thinking like years ago, like, before the lockout, we all thought like the year after Bryce went to Philly, I'm like, yo, if Trout and Bryce in the same field,
that would be disgusting.
You would think like,
that would
Jersey,
be good.
Philly. Like,
look,
I thought it was going to happen, but ended up not. But
I'm saying anybody shy of putting Trout in like a Tigers or or a Pirates uniform, they're going to compete immediately. Even if you threw them in the Orioles, I think they'd compete
and
like
then
that.
And then you look at the team, like the team's not doing as great, and yes, Trout's not hitting his average recently, but it could be the manager change.
There's a lot of stuff, right?
The team's not clicking right, and he just might be. The clubhouse might be doomed right now.
I just, for some reason, in my heart, I feel like he'll be in the AL East in a Blue Jays uniform or something weird. I don't, because those guys, they're all about competition and they're all trying to make the playoffs. And he needs a team like that. He can't just go leave here and go to Oakland. He's got to go somewhere real.
Yeah, and then if you look at the teams who have they're like one of the best farm systems right now. Unfortunately, you look at Baltimore has the best farm system right now because they've been bad for all those years, so they have a bunch of young guys. Like you're gonna look at packages who's like almost there or is there. Why? So I don't know. It's weird. This is gonna be a tough offseason for Trout to think. Like, of course, they already asked. He's like, "No, I'm committed." But
he says he's committed, but they have to commit as well.
Especially if you start hearing, or if Ohtani gets traded before Trout hears anything, like, I don't know what I'll do, honestly. So that's gonna be like, if I'm Trout, that's a tough one this offseason after losing this many years straight, MVPs and all this stuff, and you're like, we have the best 2 players in baseball, arguably, and we're nowhere near the playoffs. Tough pill to swallow.
It is.
Some things in